think if I was wearing a mask, you couldn't see the smile. What a pity. Couldn't even breathe if I had a mask. The first thing a baby does the moment he comes in this world, till the last breath, is breathe. So how can you wear a mask? God forbid. Try to be smarter than God. We say, wishing you the best. In these days leading up to Kippur, Yom Kippur, the Jewish people reading their daily prayers make a couple of changes. In the place where we say the Holy God, we say the Holy King. And when we remind ourselves that God is just and right as a judge, we call him a King of Justice. And if you forgot to make these changes in your prayer, you forgot to say המלך הקדוש or המלך המשפט, you would have to repeat, at least from those blessings and on. So now, in the typical Jewish understanding, in the three-dimensional reality is, if I forgot to say המלך המשפט or המלך הקדוש, now, without even knowing what it means, because I'm just saying the words out of the prayer book, reading the Hebrew letters, making zero emotional and mental impact on myself. I'm just reading those letters. So if I missed out, the holy combination of letters is out, and then my prayer is not valid. Big mistake. The real reason why you have to repeat המלך המשפט, המלך הקדוש, in these days especially, if you forgot, it's not because there's no holy combination of letters. There might be, but doesn't pertain us. Or in the scoreboard of God's game, you're missing out. You're missing out on the frequency. You're missing out on the frequency that we're reminding ourselves that God is the King and the King of justice. He's the King. And also we say Avinu Malkeinu, Father King. I said in the prior video, Father good, King compassionate. That means he's our Father and he's our King. And if we forget to remind ourselves that he's the King, we're forgetting that we are the sons of the King. And we are royalty, and we are special, and we are beloved, and we are sweet and wanted, and our prayers work, and our prayers are desired, and our prayers are powerful. And again, we're children of royalty. Don't forget who you are. You're children of royalty. Even though our garments are soiled with the result of our actions, with the bad emotional energy that we put out there, with our bad thoughts, even though our garments are soiled, ripped, we are still the children of the King. And we remind ourselves of that, and that is the most important thing, reminding yourself that no matter where you fell, no matter where you are, no matter what you did, you're still the son of the King, because the King is your Father, and King good. And that Father good, King compassionate. There is one sin that they say that on Yom Kippur is not atoned, and that is the sin of the desecration of the name of the King. If you desecrated the name of the King, you brought shame upon the royal name, then you have no kapara, you have no atonement for that. But why is that, I was asking myself? Why that one doesn't have no atonement? Quote, everything has a fixing. If you believe you destroyed, believe you can fix. Because if you desecrate the King's name, that means you weren't holding yourself to that standard. You just debased yourself. You acted in a not royal way, bringing yourself down, not even caring about yourself. So if you don't care about yourself, how can you even, you're out of the picture. So hold yourself to a certain standard, the standard of the King. And we are only children of the Creator if we are brothers and sisters with everybody. We are not only childs here. We can only come to Daddy and say, Daddy, I love you, I made a mistake, I'm at peace with all my brothers. We are all good, Daddy. We're good. I love all my brothers and sisters like I love myself. That's what Daddy wants to hear. And that's how a person with Atzilut, that is the highest degree of your soul, Atzilut, being royal. Remember, at Atzil, hold yourself to that level. And someone who's Atzil, who's royal, who's noble, has compassion and love for everyone and sees the Creator in everything and each and every person he encounters. En Od Milvado, there's none but Him, is not just a slogan. There is really none but Him. All the situations that you encounter are just a representation of the Creator to bring you closer. So Father King, wishing all of us to come closer to the Father and the King, we're all His children, and He's the King, and He's King compassionate. Remember, you are royalty and you're so beloved. Wishing you a fantastic Yom Kippur and blessings to come.